Hey everybody, I'm B. Jermaine, aka The Terrible Australian, and welcome to my video review of Absolutely Fabulous the movie, which of course is the long-awaited big screen adaptation of the hit British TV show. So let's get right into it. Now I should say it off right at the back, and I know this is going to be quite surprising to a lot of you out there, but I'm actually a big fan of the original TV series. Well, I guess the funny thing is I kind of just grew up with it because sort of growing up as a young kid, a lot of my family members used to watch the show all the time, and I sort of, kind of as a kid, kind of just ended up watching it as well. And over the years, I've just been a big fan of it. I mean, it's just a really fun, hilarious sort of satire of sort of the rich, the famous, and fashion and all that. And to me, it was always just a really fun and really witty series. And I watched it from like its original first three seasons back in the 90s, when it made it sort of return back in the noughties, all the sequent sort of TV specials and whatnot. So I'm very up to date with the series. So I have seen the entire series prior to this film. So when I heard that they were finally making a film, Jennifer Saunders, who created and starred in the TV show, was working on a movie version that's sort of a continuation of the TV show. A part of it was kind of excited just to see all these characters that I used to watch all the time up on the big screen. But at the same time, I was also cautious as well, because a lot of the time with TV to film adaptations, particularly ones that are a continuation of the actual TV show itself, they can be kind of a mixed bag. Like, for example, like Sex and the City and pretty much and a few others as well. Like, they can range to be pretty solid to not being good at all. So I was kind of umming and ahhing whether, Absolutely Fabulous the movie would be one way or the other. And having seen the film now, I have to say, as somebody who really enjoys the TV show, I really enjoyed this film a lot. Like I said, it's not the greatest comedy you're ever going to see, and for the most part the film does feel like it's an extended episode of the TV series, but I thought it was still really fun, and there was a lot of really witty moments in it as well. Like, yeah, some of the jokes kind of fall flat, but there were a lot of good ones in there that I found quite funny. And of course, all the returning cast, especially with Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley in the roles of Edie and Patsy, are just still on fire as always. And it was just really good to see all the original cast members kind of come back for their roles, even if they only appeared on screen for a few seconds, because you can definitely tell that they kind of knew if by chance this is going to be the first and only chance they get a big screen version of Ab Fab, they're going to have to at least have some appearances from, beloved characters. So Bubbles in there, Nana's there, and they're pretty much any character. Most of the characters that you kind of know and love from the TV show do make an appearance in this one. And even kind of celebrities who appeared on the TV shows before, like, Twiggy, Emma Bunton, they all make appearances in this film. And yeah, for most part, Jennifer Saunders does a pretty good job at sort of expanding the TV show into a film, and also expanding the scope of it as well. Like I said, it does feel like an extended TV episode of the TV show. But I do give a credit though, particularly with director Mandie Fletcher. They at least give it a cinematic sheen to it, so it doesn't feel like you're watching an episode of a TV show. Like, even though, yeah, the plot feels like an episode of a TV show, but like visually the film doesn't look like it's on a TV show. Particularly in the second half of the film, where Patsy and Eddie go to France, and sort of how all that section of the film is shot, it just looks fantastic. And yeah, I mean, everyone does a really good job at the performances. There are some pretty cool cameos here and there, some which I did expect, others I did not expect at all, which were a lot of fun. But to me, of course, it's really the relationship between Eddie and Patsy that is the key work of the film. And once again, Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley just have great chemistry with each other. They know these characters down pat, and they just still make it work. But of course, it's Joanna Lumley as Patsy. She kind of just steals every scene in the film, and she just yeah, she has a lot of the best lines as well. So, like I said, there are some things that don't work about the film. Like I said, some of the jokes kind of fall flat. The plot kind of feels very TV-ish. And of course, they could have done more with it as well. But for most part, I think it's a pretty solid film. I mean, as an extension of the TV show, it's pretty solid. And I think if you're a big fan of AbFab, I would say I'm a fan, of the series, but I wouldn't. But I know a lot of people out there, particularly family members of mine, who are huge fans. I think if you're a huge AbFab fan, you're not going to be disappointed by this film. I think you'll enjoy it as well. If you love the TV show, you'll definitely enjoy this film as well. But the question is, though, would it work for people who have never seen the TV show? And I think sort of in that regard, I don't think it might in that regard. I think if you go and just watch it as it is as a film without having seen the TV show, you might find it amusing. But that being said, I think it's a film that will definitely work best for fans of the TV show. But then again, I'm not sure how those who haven't seen the TV show will react. So you might enjoy it as well. But this one is definitely a film that's made for the fans, for sure. So if I had to give this film a rating, I give it a solid 3. Like I said, it's not a particularly amazing film. As an extension of the TV show, it's pretty solid. As a film on its own, it's okay. But for most part, I found it reasonably enjoyable. As somebody who has enjoyed the TV show, that's all I wanted. So as long as it's enjoyable, that's fine by me. So yep, overall 3 stars. So yep, that's the end of my video review of Absolutely Fabulous the movie. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later. See you guys. Bye.